Attention to issues around the NPP, the New Patriotic Party that is, and its flag bearer hopeful, Kyerematen, says he has promised to unite the party and provide resources for the campaign towards election 2016. His campaign launch comes amidst calls on him to step down and allow the party's 2012 presidential candidate, who led the party in the 2012 election, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, go unopposed into the October 18 National Delegates election. Kyerematen described his relationship with this main contender as competitive but healthy. Alan was speaking at the launch of his campaign in Accra.
This is not war, Kyerematen stated. He says when voted flag bearer, he would ensure the party forges ahead in unity to capture political power in 2016.
Nana Akufo-Addo, Mentano, Wayaminia Penny Prakope, Yadia Yabusiano, Sakonata, Yapre Nasa. I'm going to say, yeah, both football matching. Yeah, Tavia will be going over Canada, yes, sir. No problem here anyhow. Mama come and tell you. No, Mamma, by some catch them, say. Onyame awo japadia sunkubi a wodiesie ama MPP for ehyedamu sa japadia no wodi ehyedamu no watum wokuta kisi mienu anu wodi ama MPP for kisi mienu MPP for ya try ki baako ya try emie. He
called for the rebuilding of the party from the grassroots level, since power rests in the hands of the ordinary citizens. He promised to provide resources for the party's campaign.
Resources. Campaign. Me, Mako Korisha Sari Sosu, I'm a Diabeka. Minia, say, ya pese, ya ma party no 18 team were from one. No police station for 18 years, you man, 1 million a year. Me, Shamu Bosse, Samu Pejamia, police station executives, electoral coordinators, constituency executives. As full-time party executives.
National delegates of the New Patriotic Party head to the polls on October 18 to elect a leader who will eventually face off either President John Dramani Mahama or whoever emerges leader of the ruling NDC for the 2016 general elections.
Job for the people, cash in your pocket. Job for the people, cash in your pocket. Job for the people, cash in your pocket. Job for the people, cash in your pocket.
Cash for your pockets. Anyway, former Minister of Health, Dr. Richard Anan, is calling on party leaders, and I mean the NPP, to stop undermining the current executives and focus on the party's unity. With me in the studio to have a discussion about this campaign launch and many other matters arising from or after the campaign launch is Philip Langdon. Philip Langdon is from the camp of Kyerematen. You're welcome to the program, Philip.
Thank you very much, and good morning.
Good morning to you. So cash for our pocket, eh?
Yes, jobs for the people, cash for the people.
Cash for the pocket. The cash bit is very catchy, considering that we need a lot of cash right now.
That is true. Cash is, well, let me say good morning first to your viewers. Cash is essential.
The cash alone is a lot of good morning.
Well, yes. I mean, you know, cash is essential. We have to work and make money. That's why we go to school. We try to get education. That's why you specialize. You know, you're good at your job. You do your job well. You are paid well. Another company wants to get you because you are doing so well, etc. That is what it's all about. And Alan has been a business development consultant virtually all his life. His emphasis has always been helping businesses, organizations improve on their efficiency, make more money, pay their employees better, employ more people, and make progress. That is what he has always stood for. He wants to bring this on the national development stage. So jobs for the people, cash for the people.
That's a promise we have had time without number. The fact that jobs will be created and would have better living conditions as a Ghanaian people, except that no clear direction has come out with that. And at the end of the day, we don't see the jobs coming up. I'm not sure how many jobs we have seen in a very long while.
Well,
what is the plan to fulfill the promise, the plethora of promises that Alan made over the weekend?
Well, for example, let's just take even what he demonstrated when he was in government. He introduced the PSIs. We have ministries doing various things, handling various aspects of our economy. But he felt that there are some other areas that if we give some special attention, we could revamp the economy. Because Ghana, well, at the time, were hedged virtually on cocoa. If cocoa prices drop, our economy is in trouble. If our production levels drop, our economy is in trouble. Yes, at the time, the focus of the government was to increase output, which we succeeded in doing. But then he introduced a certain energy into oil palm production, into salt production, garments, you know, and distance learning, education as a way of everybody trying to improve themselves. You see, Malaysia gets about $26 billion a year from oil palm, the oil palm industry. And the factors in Ghana are similar to that in Malaysia. It's just the political leadership that is needed for us to move into that area and develop it. So we started 100,000 hectares of land. Nurseries were developed all over the country, and oil palm production was boosted. I mean, oil palm takes years to develop, you know. So right now, go and see what has happened. I mean, the level of oil palm that has been established. Unfortunately, if that impetus had not ended with the government leaving at the time, I'm sure our oil palm production in Ghana now would have been far more. And the money, I mean, Ghana, we are making less than $2 billion from cocoa. So if we can produce oil palm and make so much money, can you imagine the development in Ghana? How strong our CD would have been as against the dollar when we are exporting so much and making so much foreign exchange? You see, salt is being tackled. But if we had tackled the salt as energetically as he had started it, can you imagine the amount of money we'll be getting out of salt? Especially to Nigeria and our own petrochemical industry. You know, so these are the things that Alan focuses on. Garments.
And that's how the Alan-led administration, should it come to office,
industrialization and job creation. I mean, look at agriculture.
Would
look
create
at the potential.
jobs.
Yes, create jobs. You know, and that is the focus of his political campaign. It's not about you said this and you said that and you know, you are from here, you are from there, and you are from this. But no. Well, the development and progress of Ghana.
And not only is he looking at the general Ghanaian populace, but even within your party, he's looking at bettering the lives of, if that is a word, making the lives of, you know, executives from grassroots to national level better.
That's right.
How does he hope to do that?
You see, he has given two scenarios. First of all, another example. When Alan was trade minister, he set up constituency organizations where many of our party people, he got them involved in business. Small businesses. Many of them have prospered. There are people who are doing grass catering. I've visited some people's enterprises. They started small. Today, go and see them. Some of them are from constituencies in Central Region, for example, which are traditionally poor. Individuals started to earn as much as 700 Ghana cedis a week, which in some of those communities is a lot of money. People's lives have changed. Such initiatives, he got personally involved, helping our party people earn for themselves, right? And then be in a position to also help the party in party activities in their localities. Because the strength of a party is at its local level. And his focus has always been the engine of the party, that is the young people, the constituency people, you know. And he doesn't believe in people going around asking for, and I say this with all due respect, maybe wanting handouts and things like that. He believes that everybody should be able to work and earn and make money for themselves. So he is out there.
So that's what he meant by he would pay.
Oh yeah, and pay, you know, because he feels that politics, there are those who have to devote some of their life to full-time politics, not just voluntarism, at least at the local level. People, some of us, of course, because we have our own businesses, we have our own, we can do that without a problem. But there are other people too who would need to be supported to do that. And he's saying that the party must look at itself, earning its own money. Our supporters must contribute to the party, and the party must be able to pay some of those people at the bottom there who are working for the party and need to be supported.
I see. And so, anytime there is mention of Alan Kyerematen, I mean, now it has become very synonymous to PSI in his contribution. Let's look at PSI itself. Okay. What is the success story?
Well, let's take cassava, the PSI on cassava. As we speak, there are over 10,000 farmers who do supply to the iron starch factory. The iron starch factory, as we are speaking, as of this morning, I don't know the status, but it is an ongoing issue between Nestle Ghana and Guinness. They both want to buy the factory, to invest more in it, to produce more. Nestle has identified as our iron starch factory as a source of its starch supply for its West African production. Nestle is a world brand. Before they buy any raw material from any quarter, they have checked even the production process to satisfy themselves that it meets that high international standard before they buy. And Nestle is buy. They want to buy the place now. And
okay, so let me try and get the point you're making now.
Yeah. The point I'm making is that the iron starch factory, the cassava initiative, we have now 10,000 farmers who are now engaged in that, producing cassava and supplying the starch factory.
And that is one of the success stories.
Yes, and I'm saying that if it had been maintained, it would not have been the only factory. That was supposed to have been the pilot, but it has not continued. And I'm telling you that by now we should have had about 5 of those factories. And if we had 10,000 people supplying cassava today, you should have had about 50,000 people supplying cassava. And the lives of those 50,000 people would be different. And once they are earning more, the economy moves, they demand more, they'll buy more fabric, they'll buy things, and the economy is improving. Their standard of living improves, their housing improves, everything improves. And so that's jobs for the people, cash for the people.
Indeed. So when we look at the man, Alan, his ideals geared towards capitalism.
Oh, well, I think when you say capitalism, you give it a certain connotation. I think the world, whether it's from China, Russia, the United States, to Cuba, is moving towards free market enterprise, what some might describe as capitalism. But that is the reality of the world today. Everybody is in free market enterprise. The whole world is working towards global trade. And you know, he's an international consultant in global trading. So it is a reality that we can't run away from. And the way
indeed it is. Yeah. But even the NPP that has started that way is now looking into a lot of socialism.
Oh, yes.
And that is why we have heard in 2012 you went in with free senior high school.
That's correct.
And so to have a flag bearer hopeful come up with a free market idea. You want me to put it that way? A free market idea. You think it will work well for you?
You know something?
Because the people of Ghana...
No. Let me make something. And thank you for the question. The New Patriotic Party, as a political tradition, believes in free market enterprise.
Precisely the point I made.
The party itself stands for free market enterprise. The world used to be in blocks, capitalists versus socialists. Our brothers in the NDC call themselves socialist capitalists. But everything is free market. The world is going free market. And I'm saying that even Russia, that used to be communist, China, they used to call themselves socialists. Cuba, today they have all embraced free market. So free market is the way to go in terms of world trade.
That is what you are preaching now to the Ghanaian people.
That is what MPP as a political tradition has
always believed in. My point being, in 2012,
yes,
you switched a little. You went for free senior high school.
Yes.
That won't fall under free market enterprise.
No, yes, but you see, if we, apart from even free senior high school, let's talk about even when MPP was in government. We provided free bus rides for school children to go to school. School feeding. We brought health insurance. And these are supposed to be things that are supposed to help everybody. America, Obama is trying to provide health insurance. And his people are fighting him because they feel that no, everybody should pay for their health. Obama says no, there should be a health insurance whereby even the poorest should be able to be covered so that in the event that they fall sick. And others in America believe that no, that shouldn't happen. If you are sick, go and pay for your medicine. You see, but MPP as a capitalist, as a free market-oriented political tradition, we introduced free bus rides for school children. We introduced, because we believe that the individual development is fundamental to national development. If everybody gets better training, better education, better apprenticeship and everything, everybody improves upon themselves, the country moves on. Countries like Singapore and Malaysia and Thailand, taxi drivers are encouraged to have training, go to school. You don't have to necessarily go into the classroom.
Right, and so you intend to do all of these things for the people, create the jobs by providing some sort of entrepreneurial arrangement for them.
And direction.
And direction.
Yes.
As a country, I mean, Alan is coming in as a president with no money.
Yes. But you see,
no, Alan won't come and use his personal cash to run Ghana.
He will not. No.
He would use the cash that Ghana already has.
That's right.
Do we have the money as Ghana for him to be able to do that in the first place? How do you intend to fund it?
Ghana is already a very rich country. We are rich because God has blessed us with a lot of fertility.
That's what we've been hearing.
Oh, but you see, the thing is that you are sitting on gold and you have sat down on the gold and you've crossed your legs.
So what's the plan?
It is the leadership that makes a difference. I mean, look at Africa today. Look at Eritrea. Eritrea used to be one of the poorest countries. Go and check out Eritrea right now.
Right now, Ghana is a poor country. What is the plan? We are a poor country. You say we are sitting on gold and we've crossed our legs and we are not doing anything. What is the plan to be able to fund this?
It's leadership. Yes, God has blessed us. We are making some money as a country. Those resources are coming. You need a leader who has the vision and foresight to employ the resources in a particular area that will generate productivity.
But I'm sure you saw the 2014 budget.
That's right.
President Mahama, together with the finance minister, they also had beautiful plans of what to do. They intended to create jobs. They intended to revive a lot of our redundant sectors.
That is true.
But it is not happening. Well, so you could also have the plan and it won't happen.
That is a wonderful example. Let me just use your program. Somebody can come and do the program, just like you're doing. The output will be different. The decisions might be the same. Oh, we want the program to go like this, go like this. One person makes a difference to the whole thing. Somebody's style, the kind of energy, motivation that person would give. You see, Alan is somebody, the last MPP government, half of it was made up of younger executive forum members. People who were business people, who were not active politicians. Alan was the man at the back, motivating everybody. He has always been the motivator. He has always been the one who has championed things. He doesn't make a lot of noise himself. You see, he is the one, he brings the idea, he gets people together, he brings a team together, he works as a team, gets people to bring up their best for you to achieve a goal. And that is what makes him different from other persons.
How appealing?
So you might have, for example, you give the example of the minister and His Excellency President Mahama coming up with fine projects.
But we didn't have money to fund them.
It is not also necessarily the money. That's why I'm giving you examples of Eritrea, countries that don't have 1/4 the money Ghana has. Burkina Faso, they don't have 1/4 the rain that pours down in Ghana. They don't have it, but they are producing potatoes. They are exporting carrots to Europe. They don't have the land, they don't have the rain, they don't have anything. We are blessed with these things in abundance. We need a leader who can make the difference. And in every situation, there are companies. Somebody takes over a company, somebody is the CEO. Once that person see you, you see a change in the business. How many TV stations are there? But somebody is handling a particular TV station, you see what he does. Somebody becomes a producer of a program, you see how things go.
Let's progress in the conversation.
Okay.
How appealing do you think your man is to the people of Ghana?
I think he's very appealing.
That's what the cash will collect and spend.
Oh, I think he's very appealing. He's very appealing because when he sells his message and he tells you what he's going to do, his plans, and you reflect carefully on what he's been able to do. I mean, take the garments, for example. Recently, we lost a great fashion designer, Kofi Ansah. Kofi Ansah was somebody who was doing so well, but because of the garments initiative, as an entrepreneur and a businessman, he took advantage of the opportunity. His business is world class. And we have many such Kofi Ansahs in the system. You need a leader who will provide the opportunity, provide the landscape for people to be able to bring up their best for the national good. Because at the end of the day, when the business is flourishing and he's exporting out there, it's Ghana that prospers. He has said that our lesser known sports, we have talent. Go all over Ghana, from the beaches of Accra to our borders in the north. We have talents all over. The facilities are not there for people to, and if you bring the corporate world on board, it's all leadership. Bring them on board. You will see what we'll be able to achieve as a country. And as all these people progress and they become world-class athletes, when the returns come, where does it go? It comes into our economy, and the economy fuels other things too. So then there's multiple progress. You need a leader who has that vision, that energy and passion, and a track record of proof to make the difference. And that is Alan.
I see. I hope it's able to convince the people you need to convince.
Oh, yeah. So they know. They know. It's just that there's been a lot of negative propaganda against it.
Has there now?
Oh, right.
And that brings us to our next bit of the conversation, where former Minister of Health, Dr. Richard Anane, has called on party leaders to stop undermining the current executives and focus on party unity. You think that's what is happening within the party?
Well, it's unfortunate that there's some level of undermining going on. It's not something I feel comfortable talking about because it's how party.
I can tell from your demeanor, but we'll talk about it.
Yes.
But we'll talk about it.
Yes, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I mean, like, there are things that are internal. You have a general secretary who's working, and I commend Kwabena. He's trying to ensure that we have a level playing field for all the contestants, and that things are done. And there are some people who simply just don't want that. In fact, there are some people in our party who just don't want a contest. They don't want a contest. They want everybody to step aside for one person. They don't have
Are you not commending Kwabena because they've said Kwabena is an Alan person?
Oh, Kwabena is an MPP person. Kwabena is everybody's friend. He's my friend.
Oh, you can be friends with everybody. But when it comes to who you like, it could be different in terms of the race you are having right now.
I will not say so at all. I won't say so at all. The man is doing his job. Likewise, Paul Afuku. I know Paul. He's a nice guy. But Paul is a kind of person, he will not bend the rules because you are his friend. That's Paul. And because a lot of people don't like him, it is a fact. Some people don't like him.
You think your man could fall victim to these undermining strategies?
You see, I believe that we have a strong leadership, and they will show their strength, notwithstanding the undermining and all kinds of things that are going on against them. I'm sure they'll be fair.
So the campaign has been launched. What next?
The campaign continues. Alan's campaign has always been focused on the grassroots, on the polling station executives. In fact, that has always been his style. In 2007, when we started campaigning the first time, there were only 2 out of 7 who would, in every constituency, who would vote. But Alan would invite all 7 to his meetings and campaign towards them, with them, and sell his message to them. Whereas other candidates just concentrated on just the 2 who were going to vote, because he believed that at the end of the day, all of them matter and all of them are important in the process, So he has always been with them, and that is how the campaign has always gone. He will continue to use the polling station executives as a cornerstone of his campaign. He will energize them, he will resource them, and they are the ones who will do the job for the party to get the party to power. And the launch we had, for example, he made sure our polling station executives across the length and breadth of the country, he gave them the opportunity. That is Alan. He will make sure everybody becomes somebody. He will motivate everybody to. That is him. That has always been his style. You see. So our people know that he's a man.
Philip, we'll leave our conversation here for now.
Okay.
We can do very little at this point for your man. We can only say good luck. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
As you campaign for your October 18 National Delegates Congress.
We'll continue to sell our message.
Fingers crossed.
Inshallah.
We'll see you here again afterwards, whatever happens.
Oh, we'll always be here.
Philip Langdon is from Alan Kojo Kyerematen's camp. He's an aide to Alan Kojo Kyerematen.